You ever walk past someone and instantly know their age without even looking at them? It's not the wrinkles or the gray hair. Oh no, it's that smell. That musty, stale, old person scent that clings to sweaters, couches, and unfortunately, sometimes even us. But here's the truth. You don't have to smell old. In fact, the right perfume can completely erase that aged scent and make people turn their heads for all the right reasons. I'm about to share 5 perfumes that older women like me swear by. Fragrances that neutralize that funky odor and replace it with something so fresh, elegant, and timeless, even doctors are stunned at the transformation. So stick with me to the end, because number 5, that one's practically magic in a bottle. And while you're here, give this video a like, comment with your all-time favorite scent, and don't forget to subscribe for more timeless tips from yours truly. 1. Chanel No. 5, the anti-age aura. Let me tell you something. If I could only wear one perfume for the rest of my life, it would be Chanel No. 5. Yes, I know, it's been around for decades. Some women think it's too classic, too old school. But let me set the record straight. Chanel No. 5 isn't old, it's eternal. And there's a difference. This perfume has something no modern scent seems to understand: depth. It's not just floral. It's not just powdery. It's not just musky. It's everything at once, like the story of a woman's life captured in a bottle. When I first wore Chanel No. 5, at age 32, I felt like a woman. When I wore it again at 50, I felt like a queen. And now, in my 70s, it feels like armor, subtle, elegant, but undeniably powerful. But the reason it's number 1 on this list, it's not nostalgia, it's science. You see, Chanel No. 5 is packed with something called aldehydes, molecules that give the perfume its sparkling, champagne-like fizz. But guess what else aldehydes do? They neutralize unpleasant odors. That's right. Doctors and dermatologists have commented on how aldehydic perfumes, like Chanel No. 5, can mask age-related body scent, which comes from changes in our skin's lipid layer and hormone levels. I once read a study where scientists analyzed the old person's smell. Yes, it's real, and it has a name: 2-nonenal. It's produced as our skin oxidizes more quickly with age. Chanel No. 5 cuts right through it. I wore it to a formal dinner last year. Long tables, candlelight, white tablecloths, the whole thing. A much younger gentleman, mid-40s, very handsome I might add, leaned over and said, "You smell incredible. What is that?" I smiled and told him, "A little secret from 1921. You can wear Chanel No. 5 in a mist over your scarf, dab a bit on your wrists, or even mix a drop with unscented lotion for a body veil. It lasts. It lingers. It commands the room without shouting. It doesn't cover up your age. It honors it." 2. Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede. Soft, clean, and sensual. Now, let's talk about something a little softer. Something that whispers rather than sings. That's Jo Malone's Peony and Blush Suede. There are perfumes that make a statement, and then there are perfumes that tell a story. This one, it's like walking barefoot through a flower garden at dawn. There's a lightness to it, a freshness, but beneath it all, a skin-like sensuality that makes it utterly unforgettable. Peony and Blush Suede is one of those fragrances that plays well with mature skin chemistry. You see, as we age, our skin tends to get drier, and that affects how fragrance clings and develops. What smelled crisp and citrusy in your 30s might now fade into something sharp or metallic. But Jo Malone knew what she was doing with this one. Peony gives you that fresh bloom effect, like a bouquet just opened in spring. But then comes the suede. Oh, the suede. It's warm, creamy. It clings to you like cashmere. There's also a note of red apple in the opening, juicy and innocent, but just a touch mischievous. It brings a certain youthfulness that I love. You walk past someone wearing this and think, who is that woman who smells so clean, so graceful, and somehow so real? I started wearing this perfume on Sundays. Brunch with the girls, farmers market strolls, sitting by the window with tea. But then it started getting compliments. Constantly. One morning, my neighbor, a woman in her 30s, knocked on my door to borrow some sugar. Yes, people still do that. As I opened the door, she paused, sniffed the air, and said, "Oh, my gosh, you always smell like fresh linen and spring flowers. What do you wear?" That's peony and blush suede. It doesn't just mask scent, it enhances your aura. The musty undertones that sometimes cling to our clothes, the dry skin scent, even that library smell that tends to sneak into the homes of older people, gone. It's the kind of fragrance that makes people want to hug you longer. Stay in your presence just a little more. And the best part, it layers beautifully with others. Try it with a hint of vanilla body oil or even over unscented shea butter. It wraps around you like a second skin. 3. Clean Reserve Skin, the subtle seducer. Now, let's take a turn into the unexpected. If you're the kind of woman who doesn't want to smell perfumed at all, who hates heavy florals, avoids powdery scents, and despises being told she has to smell like a bouquet to be feminine, then honey, Clean Reserve Skin is your new best friend. This is not your typical perfume. It doesn't scream. It doesn't even whisper. It breathes. It melts into your skin until people can't tell where the fragrance ends, and you begin. That clean, cozy smell after a warm shower? That moment when you towel off, moisturize, and slip into your softest robe. That's what this smells like. Only better. The secret lies in the notes: tonka bean, salted praline, and fresh musk. It's warm, it's creamy, and just slightly sweet. And that musk, it doesn't cling to your clothes. It clings to you. As we age, let's be honest, our skin loses some of its natural oils, and that makes us more susceptible to the dreaded stale scent. If you've ever pulled off a cardigan and caught a whiff of something less than fresh, you know what I mean. But Clean Reserve Skin reacts to body heat. The warmer you get, the more it radiates freshness. I started wearing this after yoga classes. At first, just a spritz. Then it became my signature. One afternoon, after volunteering at the hospital, a nurse in her 20s walked by me and stopped in her tracks. She said, "You always smell like the coziest person in the room. What is it?" Let me tell you, as an older woman, there is nothing better than being called cozy, warm, and fresh. Even doctors comment on it. I had one female physician say, "You always smell so comforting, like freshly washed linen and skin." That's when I knew it wasn't just perfume. It was a presence. And if you're sensitive to fragrance or have asthma, allergies, or sensitive skin, this is your go-to. It's hypoallergenic, non-irritating, cruelty-free, and free of the heavy synthetics that often make perfumes feel cloying. I keep a travel-size bottle in my purse and dab a little on before I run errands. It makes grocery shopping feel like a walk down a Parisian lane. 4. La Vie Estate Belle by Lancôme, the Joy Recharger. Oh, my stars, let me introduce you to the fragrance that made me fall in love with life again. It's called La Vie Estate Belle, which means life is beautiful in French. And honey, it lives up to the name. Let's be honest, aging can sometimes feel like a slow subtraction. Fewer phone calls, more quiet mornings, fewer parties, more doctor's appointments. But this perfume, this one reminds you that you're still in the game. And oh baby, you're still dazzling. The first time I smelled it, I was standing in a department store in my late 60s, having one of those days where nothing fit, everything ached, and I just wanted to go home. Then a young salesgirl spritzed a sample card and handed it to me. One sniff and bam, I smiled. I actually smiled. You see, La Vie Estate Belle is warm, it's delicious, it's feminine. It opens with juicy pear and blackcurrant. Yes, fruit, but classy fruit. Then it settles into a heart of iris, jasmine, and orange blossom, like a silky floral hug. And finally, The base, oh my, praline, vanilla, and tonka bean. It smells like hope, like laughter echoing down the hallway, like baking cookies in a silk blouse just because you feel good. But here's why doctors might raise an eyebrow, in a good way. The vanilla and praline notes in this perfume are known to counterbalance the chemical compound tuna-enol, which causes that musty, waxy scent we older folks are sometimes unfairly associated with. The warmth of this fragrance, when it hits your skin, neutralizes and overrides those changes, especially around the neck and chest area, where scent tends to linger. You wear this, and suddenly people think she smells radiant. Not just good, radiant. There's a difference. My grandson once said, "Grandma, you smell like cake and flowers and something sparkly." I nearly cried. This perfume is for the woman who still wants to feel seen, who walks into a room and doesn't shrink away, who believes life doesn't stop at 60 or 70 or 90. A tip from me to you, spray it on your wrists, behind your ears, and my secret trick, a touch behind your knees. When you walk, it floats behind you like a whisper of happiness. This isn't just a fragrance. It's a reminder that joy has no expiration date. 5. Narciso Rodriguez, for her, the quiet bombshell. Now, listen closely, because this one is different. Narciso Rodriguez, for her, isn't for every woman. It's not loud. It's not floral. It's not trying to be sweet or girlish. This is a fragrance of power and mystery. And the moment I wore it, I felt like I discovered some hidden part of myself that I hadn't seen in decades. This perfume smells like confidence in silence. It's all about musk, but not the overpowering kind. This is soft, clean, sensual musk. It's blended with rose, peach, and the faintest touch of amber and patchouli, but all muted like candlelight in a dark room. Why is that important? Because older skin holds onto musk longer than youthful skin. When we were younger, citrusy and sharp perfumes popped and faded fast. But now, our skin chemistry allows musk to mature, to evolve across the day like a slow song. Doctors are surprised by how certain musky fragrances can override age-related body odors. The musk in Narciso Rodriguez has a skin-like warmth to it that actually complements mature skin instead of clashing with it. And you want to talk about compliments? Let me paint you a picture. I wore this to a dinner party. Small group, mostly couples, candles, jazz playing softly. A gentleman 2 seats down leaned in and said, "Pardon me, is that your perfume? Because I can't stop thinking about it." Now, Nick, I'm a 73-year-old widow with a knee replacement and bifocals. But in that moment, I felt like a Bond girl. That's what Narciso does. It doesn't shout. It pulses. It doesn't flirt. It lingers. It's not for women who want to smell like flowers or pastries. It's for women who want to smell like themselves, only better, bolder, and quietly unforgettable. It pairs beautifully with dark clothing, elegant evenings, or even a simple stroll when you need to remind yourself, I am still that woman. Use it sparingly. 1 spritz is enough. 2 if you're trying to turn heads. And always apply it directly to your skin, not your clothes. This perfume needs warmth to bloom. Here's the thing, my darling, getting older doesn't mean giving up on feeling and smelling beautiful. With the right fragrance, you can step out the door feeling 10 years younger, more confident, and completely free from that old person cloud. So give these a try. Start with samples if you like. But promise me one thing. Don't settle for stale. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment with your go-to perfume. I might just try it. And hit that subscribe button for more timeless tips from your favorite old soul. Oh, and one more thing, if you want more beauty, lifestyle, and wellness secrets for women over 60, sign up for my free Savvy Senior newsletter. I share all the things they don't tell you about aging. Real talk, straight from one woman to another. Links below. Until next time, stay radiant. and never stop smelling fabulous.